everybody.
Hello.
Good evening. Let's play some Thundar Mad Max shit.
Woo woo.
Yeah. Welcome, folks, to RPG Revolver. I'm your host for the night, Terrence Crosby, and GM. With me are four of the regulars. Counting off from, oh God,
We don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what order.
You don't know who you're looking at. Point at us.
All right, for oldest to youngest.
From
Kevin.
oldest to youngest. Okay, I'm Crazy Kev. Hi, everybody.
Frakes.
Oh yeah, I forgot what we were doing. Sorry.
Oldest to youngest.
I thought Terrace was going to jump in there and introduce himself, but he already
No,
did.
I was letting you introduce yourself.
I am Aaron Fraquez, also known as Frakes to all the people who actually like me or tolerate me.
So
Hi.
nobody.
Hey, I'm Toker. I'm someone who tolerates Frakes.
Hi, I'm Mahogany. I'm the youngest. Yay!
And that's our story. We're sticking with it. So tonight, we're going to be... Feel the daggers coming out already. All right. Tonight, we're going to be playing Chris Evans' Barbarians of the Ruined Earth. It's a sci-fantasy, post-apocalyptic. It's Thundar the Barbarian. Let's be honest. That is what the game is meant to emulate, and that is what we'll be playing this evening.
Wait, you said Chris Evans? Captain America wrote this game?
No, Mike Evans. Mike Evans. Sorry, Chris. I mean, Mike.
Oh, we're doing
Somebody's
great,
gotta
guys.
It's
American
written on the
Barbarian.
cover, too, and I could have read it.
We're doing great.
Yeah,
You and your
doing
hard
great.
copy.
But big shouts to Mike. Thank you for sending us copies of this. Thank you for letting us play this game. We're going to review it. We're going to tell you exactly how we feel about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to review it by playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a review as we go, I
Can I
guess.
do a
I
quick,
don't know.
another quick little shout out?
Sure, yeah.
If you're more in line of just wanting to know what this book has in it, Hex Press did a two-parter, and he played Troika with us last year. He did a really in-depth two-part, hours-long read of this book. So if you're looking for more of just the nuts and bolts, go visit our friend Hex Press. And if you're looking for 5 people who are just going to dive in and play this game probably very wrong, welcome to RPG Revolver.
Yeah,
That's our stick.
What we
It's our
do.
MO. Getting shit wrong the first time and possibly the second. We need the third.
What are we
think I-
talking about? After a decade of playing Pathfinder, we still get that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I think our show's more authentic, because we don't pay attention and we don't know anything. So
You know the difference between Pathfinder and this? This has 170 pages, of which I've read 22 pages of. And Pathfinder has thousands of pages, of which I've read about 22 pages.
well, there you go. By percentages, you know
Yeah.
more about this game than Pathfinder.
I read how to roll stats.
I
That
watched
whole paragraph,
Todd's.
huh?
I
Oh,
watched
what
Todd's
Todd
stream. Yeah. I didn't watch it while he was live because I was busy, but I watched it afterwards, and it was cool.
I wish I would have known that it was on. I would have listened to it today so that I would have been somewhat prepared.
Here we are, somewhat prepared.
Yeah, we're all somewhat prepared. All right. Before we get going, does anybody have any like light banter, topical issues you want to gloss over briefly?
Boba
Moon
Fett
Knight
was
trailer
awesome.
looks dope.
All right, double whammy. Okay.
Oh,
yes,
have y'all seen the trailer for Moon Knight?
No.
I know Mahogany doesn't watch trailers, but anyone else?
That is exactly what you interrupted Toker from saying.
So, Tucker, you should have interrupted him back. Thus,
About
completing the fight.
Mandalore or about Boba Fett. Yeah.
I didn't hear what
Anyway.
he was saying because I was too busy talking.
Yeah.
Welcome
was
to our show.
All right, it's gonna be one of those nights, huh? So, before we began, in order to expedite one thing, I had everyone roll their stats up, and we're working on the honor system here. I don't actually trust them, but what am I gonna do? Go to their house?
Yeah, I
So
live
I'm just gonna
6 hours away from you.
take it as read that you guys have been honest tonight. We're gonna be building our characters here on the stream, and so the method. That's good stuff. The rolling method. I got this for the wedding, by the way. It's very expensive.
That looks like moonshine. He's drinking moonshine.
It's gin. It's purple gin. I don't know.
That just looked like masking tape wrapped around the bottle.
That is a fancy label.
Sure.
The more something looks like somebody like put it on there with construction paper and like the glue
Sharpie.
stick. Yeah, that lets you know it's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so let's go ahead and start with what stats we rolled. Did anybody get higher than a 15?
I got
No.
a 15 even for strength, so I still had to
Okay.
do the roll the 2d6 plus 2 for
Yeah,
my
this is
dex
a-
score. But
This is a 3d6 straight down the line game with a asterisk beside it, because if you roll a 15 or over, the next roll down, instead of 3d6, you roll 2d6 plus 2. It's there to, I guess, as a balancing factor, so you aren't just like some I can make anything Ubermunch kind of guy,
Mm-hmm.
because this game is a roll under system based on the Black Hack, which is another game
Huh.
that is mostly used for traditional dungeon crawling kind of adventures.
I missed the +2, the 2d6 +2. I mean, I didn't roll over a 15, so.
Oh,
I mean,
I did roll a 16 for my dex, and then
of course you
had
did.
to roll down the 2D and got a 10 on my con.
all right. So, Mahogany, since you were so forthcoming, do you want to tell us what stats you ended up with?
sure. 15 strength, like I stated,
Uh-huh.
and then 12 dex, 13 con, 9 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 9 charisma.
Okay, those
So-
are fairly okay stats. Like
Yeah.
you got about a 50 whack on most rolls.
I wish my intelligence was higher, but don't we all? Shucks.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Being stupid can be fun sometimes.
Have you selected a class, or are you still thumbing through?
I am still kind of thumbing because I wanted a class that had more intelligence, but now I'm thinking Barbarians not looking so bad.
All right.
Or excuse me, yeah. I don't know. I was thinking Barbarian if I went human, or Beastman if I went non-human. I don't know. Though.
Beast. Whoa, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like
so
a cat
I'll
lady.
let you come back to that. Toker, what'd you end up with?
A 13 strength, 11 dexterity, a 13 con,
It's not bad. You know,
an 8 intelligence,
okay. Could be
an
worse.
11 wisdom,
Yeah.
and a 13 charisma.
All right, you're like average guy, McGuy.
Very
as far as
average,
adventurous guy. Are you looking at any particular class?
I was also looking at Barbarian or
Oh,
Beastman.
Or
I
Harv?
kind of wanted to do like the Death Priest look kind of cool, but my wisdom wasn't really high enough for that, and Sorcerer was out of the equation because my intelligence is garbage.
Hey, you could have swung at it. Whatever.
Yeah, so I figured I'm middle of the road. I could pick most things, but I wanted to stay away from like the weak, the physically weak casty types, because I don't know.
You do that a lot.
It will, yeah. I've had enough of that. But no, there's all the classes are cool. I don't want to dive into it before everybody else talks, but I mean, all of them look cool. But with Thundar, and I loved the Beastmaster and Conan. It really made me think like I'd love to play a barbarian in the world like this, but also like lizard folk. So Beastman was kind of peeking out at me. And then I thought robot, but I figured I would probably end up just being, I don't know, because they could be like medics or something, right? it got some cool. I don't know. I've been all over it. I want to play all the characters on my first go round.
Okay, Kev, what'd you end up with?
My stats were 12 strength, 16 dex, 10 con, 11 intelligence, 9 wisdom, and 8 charisma. So it just went down after dex.
All right, it's supposed to be a role-playing game, man. Are you looking at any particular class?
I really want to play a robot. I was looking it over, and the combat robot sounds like it might be fun to play around with.
All right. And Aaron Frequez, what do we get?
So I said I didn't roll over a 15, which is true. And if anybody, y'all are going to think that these rolls are bullshit, but if anybody has ever played with me, the first 2 rolls will tell you that's not. I rolled a 10 strength and a 7 dex. Which those 2, I'm a fighty guy. I'm the melee guy. I always want to be strong and fast and quick and agile. But my con, my intelligence, my wisdom, and my charisma were all 14s.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not what I wanted. I wish that's why I was asking if we could switch them around when we started, because I would have just plugged those into the strength and the dex. But nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to be a smart guy.
Right.
Well, get your role playing chops on.
Yeah. I need to bring your A game,
Yeah, let me see if I can dig deep.
or at least your C- game. No more F game for me. We're so tired of it. All right, so who's ready to just go ahead and bite the bullet and declare? Kev, you already said robot, right?
Yeah, I want to play a combat frame robot.
Okay, well then, okay, the largest part apparently after assigning, like figuring out what you want to do, is just basically rolling your hit points and then rolling like various tables in the back, just establish a little bit of backstory and personality. So the hit die for robot is D8 plus 4.
All right.
See what you're starting with.
I rolled a 3 plus 4,
So
7.
Oh, and since you're here and you're rolling, go ahead and roll your gear value. Like it's a D10 times 10.
D10, 9.
All right, so 90 ceramic pieces is what you get.
90 ceramic. All
All
right.
right. Your starting equipment, incidentally, are fists and a laser pistol. You cannot use armor as a robot, but I believe you have some built-in damage reduction.
Yes.
And
I was reading that, but there's also, with the model, I get a special feature. And for that, I believe I have to roll a D8 to determine what my special feature is.
let's see it.
And I rolled a 6.
6.
So I have hands that transfer into chainsaws. Yes.
One hand.
That's
One
awesome.
hand. All right.
Oh, if you don't name your robot like Ash something.
The ASH 1000.
All right. Let's do the
Autonomous subhumanoid.
I need a boomstick now.
Groovy.
Goodness,
other.
I'm so
Alternately,
dirty.
you can name your guy Buzz.
Uh,
All right. So give me a D6 roll for your interesting trinket.
All right, D6 roll for the interesting trinket. 5.
5. You get a beat up fedora hat and a trench coat.
You're the automatic detective.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
It's a good book, by the way. If you haven't read it, audience.
Ailey Martinez, Automatic Detective. It's
Very
a
fun.
listen. Yeah.
And the second one, a life event for you. Roll a d8.
D8.
So you try to
What's a 2 get me?
The first person that realized you were sentient tried to reboot your system. You killed them and hid the body. All right.
That's awesome.
Who's next?
I'll go. Unless someone else wants to.
Oh, go ahead.
What have you chosen?
I'll be a death priest.
Ooh, bring in the death priest. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
I like the way it feels.
Okay, a death priest has a d6 plus 4 hit die, but you've got a con of 7. Am I right?
I have a con of 14.
Oh, con of 14. Okay, I'm sorry. You have a dex of 7. That's what it is.
Yes.
You suck at defending yourself.
Yeah. I rolled a 3 on my d6, giving me a HP of 7.
All right, you're at robot level. Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead with some gear value. And Kev, you can look at the gear section and start picking out stuff if you need it.
Need a boomstick.
All right. Go ahead and roll d10, Kev. Frakes.
All right. I did not think that I would need one of those, but I have it right here. 10.
10. All right. 100 ceramics.
Ooh.
Your starting equipment is a blowgun and mace. You have light armor. Additional ammo for blowgun, symbol of a holy order, rations, d6. Water skin, d6. Bedrolls and torches, times 6, also d6. And I'll explain this in a moment, by the way. Healing salve, 1 hit die of HP resort. So whenever I say a die after an object that would normally be expendable, this is called a usage die. Basically, whenever you use a usage die is you roll the die after you use it. Like say you use a torch. And it's a D6 torch, like in the book. If you roll a 1 or 2, the usage die drops to D4. And if you roll a 1 or 2 on the D4, that means it is expended. But these go all the way up to D20. Like if you get, say, a gun with a D20 ammo, or a magic item with like D20 usage die, you would roll until you got a 1 or 2, and then it would drop down to D12, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. So my potion's a D6.
You know, your potion is not a D6. Your potion lets you roll 1 hit die and gain that much hit points back. That's with healing salves and potions. You just roll 1 of your hit dice style. So Kev would roll D8, you roll a D6, and you gain that hit points.
And that's used. It's used up at that point.
Yeah, that one is used up.
Okay, so I got a club.
Only things that list a die behind it have a usage die.
Gotcha.
All right, let's do your trinket, shall we?
You said I got a club, a blowgun, and a potion.
Blowgun and mace, light armor,
Mace.
a bunch of other stuff. It's like at the very back of the section. You need to look.
All right,
Give me a D6 roll.
6.
6. You have a vial of ectoplasm as your interesting trinket, and your life event, which is a D8.
Has sex with ectoplasm. Oh, that was a weird coincidence.
5.
5. You join an order of death priests who believe they had a higher and more powerful calling. You found them extremists and have since left. However, they still desire you to return to the fold.
Uh-oh.
No.
All right. Toker Mahogany, any volunteers?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead. What'd you pick?
Beastman!
All right, Beastman, jumping on it before Toker does. I see.
Yes.
I'm very happy she picked Beastman.
Good.
Right.
Hooray.
Okay, let's start with that hit die, which is a D12 plus 4.
D12. I have many of those. 6 plus 4, so that is
10.
Nice.
10.
Okay.
What is that? Hit die? Hit points? What is that?
Hit points.
Thank you.
Let's see.
And then
And then you have your gear listed at the rear of the entry, but you can choose 2 out of short sword, short bow, spear, dagger, axe, mace, or spike club. You get cloth armor. Additionally, you have ammo for a ranged weapon if taken, rations, D6, water skin, D6, bedroll and torches, D6, and 1 healing salve, much like him.
word.
All right, so your interesting trinket, let's see what you have. D6, please.
Do-do-do.
With her weapon, she has to choose 2.
Yeah, choose 2 of the weapons.
Okay.
So that's a 1.
1, you have the tooth of your father worn around your neck.
Ew, gross.
And a life event, 1d8.
Alrighty then. 8.
8, you stumbled across a lush valley that was fertile, had a fresh river, and defendable. Your tribe is relocated there. Oh, that's kind of a happy.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I scrolled down to the artwork of the Death Priest.
Yeah.
And it is dope. It's like a pompadour wearing 1950s motorcycle gang member with a big ass tattoo of a skull and crossbones on his chest.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
No, the one on page 37, I guess.
Oh.
He's talking about.
Oh, yeah, this guy. Yeah.
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 Love it.
All right, that just leaves us with Toker. I assume you're choosing Barbarian since you mentioned
I am
it
indeed choosing Barbarian.
earlier. Let's go and roll a hit die for your Barbarian.
All right. 7.
7. All right, so 7 plus 4, 11 hit points.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Your starting
Choose
equipment.
3.
Yeah, you choose 3: short sword, short bow, spear, dagger, axe, mace, and spike club. You can get loincloth or leather bikini.
Leather bikini it is.
All right.
Yes.
And of course, the standard additional stuff, including a healing salve. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do your trinkets, Mr. Barbarian.
Alrighty. D6 in it. 3.
3. You have a thick cloak, which covers your nice bikini. I see.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to show off the back goods unless they're ready for it.
Yeah, it's a thong, folks.
Well, it's sling bikini. Those are all flaws.
Yeah. It's a banana hammock and then just leather straps that cover the nipples. That is what I am rocking. I look like a famous Terminator, but I'm only 4 feet tall. 5 feet. We'll go 5'2".
Give me a life event.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
D8.
5.
While resting under a tree, a spirit appeared and talked to you.
Oh, cool.
No clue about what he talked about, but you know what? That's memorable. Maybe it was a boring spirit. Maybe the story itself matters
Told me about
more.
some guy named Crom, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah. Riddle of Steel. You know any treasures buried?
Lamentation of the women. Get away from me, spirit. It's 2022. We don't talk like that anymore.
Cross your knees.
See them dripping before you?
Crash their pussies.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, most of your, as you can tell, most of these classes are pretty front-loaded.
Yeah.
Like most of your abilities will basically, if the campaign were to progress, would be coming from gear you find and things like that. So, let's see, what else is there?
Like, you want to talk about some special features? Because I really like the Barbarian special.
All right, yeah. Let's clue us in on what barbarians get.
All right, so attacker, Barbarian gains 1 attack every odd level, max of 5 at 9th level. So I guess I've got 1 attack at 1st level or 2. How does that work? One's an odd number.
Yeah, one attack.
Barbarians' damage explodes, meaning if they roll the highest number possible on their damage die, they roll it again and add the numbers together. And I was like, that's kind of cool. But I think it's Avid Fighter was the one that I really like, because it's once per combat, the Barbarian can deflect an attack with their melee weapon, turning it into a failure. If the enemy is using a ranged energy weapon, call even or odd and roll a die. If you call the right result, the shot is deflected back at the attacker for full damage.
Dope.
So I can deflect laser beams with my spiked club. And then there's the battle shout, which is kind of cool, which gives me automatic successes on like strength and dexterity. And then I'm stout, so I'm more resistant against poisons. But the loincloth warrior, when wearing just a loincloth and badass bracers, which I think is a magic item. I was reading it the first time. I was like, well, maybe the bracers just have to be badass, but I think that's it's a magic item. Or leather bikini, which I picked that one. The barbarian is considered to be wearing medium armor. If wearing a metal loincloth or chainmail bikini, this is considered a heavy armor. And when wearing a helmet, treated as a small shield.
Oh, okay. Now, incidentally, this is one of those games where you can opt, if you're wielding a shield, incidentally, to have it take the place, to have it smashed to take a hit for you.
Oh, that's cool.
If you're using a small shield, then it would do one. You can ignore one blow, losing the shield, and if you're using a large shield, you can ignore two. But yeah, let's go ahead. Since we're talking about the various features of our characters, how about you, Miss Beastman, Beast Lady?
Beast Lady.
Yeah, okay.
So I've decided that she's which one is it? It's the jaguar that can brings its food up into trees and can climb trees and it's just like sneak attack you from the trees. Yes. So I'm a jaguar lady.
Jaguara.
Animal features, they have claws, so they're never unarmed. And they can see in the dark at a nearby radius. Super strong, so I get advantage on feats of strength. And then also impossibly strong, which means once per hour, the Beastman can do impossible feats of strength and be awesome. So there's that. And it can throw it, push it, it can lift anything and throw it, push it, whatever. No roll is needed to accomplish this. If it's used to attack, an attack roll must be made. And if successful, it deals 2d10 points of damage. So that's kind of neat. Thick hide, that means once per day, the hide becomes thick and gives me extra protection, which gives me half damage from all sources except for magic. And that effect lasts a number of rounds equal to my level. So right now, 1 round. Right? Yes?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's the Beastman.
Gonna be absorbing bullets and chunking tanks and shit.
Mm-hmm. Just like basically Rage.
The robot has a metal body, and because I chose the combat version, I have 2 points of damage reduction there. It's called RP in Barbarians of the Shattered Earth, or whatever this game is called. But I up my normal armor, and I also up my damage to D8/D6 because I chose the combat body. I'm also a machine, so I get a bunch of immunities and salvage. Any robots that we fight, I can get scrap off of them, so make us lots of money.
Right. Well,
and
also
I've got a hand that turns into a chainsaw. Let's not forget to mention that.
There is that. Okay. All right. And lastly, Frakes, tell us about your Death Priest. My God, they got a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, I made a bad choice.
I was looking at Death Priest and I was like, you know what? No.
Yeah, I got no idea what I'm doing. Let me pick the most complicated class. So, the Death Priest gets a lot of special features. So, they get Knowledge of the Dead, which means once per hour, I can channel the knowledge of the spirits to basically get advantage on intelligence tests. I'm also blessed. I have advantages on tests against disease and mind controlling effects. Recharge. Once per day, after resting for an hour, I can make a luck roll, and if successful, I get to cast another miracle. They regain cast another miracle. I guess that means I can only cast 2 per day. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, you can only cast 2 of any of the following miracles. At first level, you gain the ability to cast additional miracles every odd level.
But that just means I have 2 per day that I can cast.
Yeah, possible. Out of this list of them, yes.
Right.
You can cast 2 of them.
I can cast any of those 2. I got it. Oh, and lastly, I get Guardian Spirits. The spirits watch over the Death Priest, and once per session, if I'm reduced to 0, there's a 50% chance that a spirit will manifest and nullify the damage.
Oh, that's nice. That's handy for you.
Maybe that's the one that was talking to me.
Oh.
Yeah. He saw you were a no-go, so he was like, hey, this guy, he knows what's up.
All right. Man,
There's a lot of miracles.
But it's not quite as much as we're doing the sorcerer, which has like 8 schools with 4 spells apiece. So you'd have to pick like 4 of the schools and then 1 spell from each.
I'm glad I chose the Death Priest then.
Though I gotta say, the sorcerer has the most interesting random like appearance roll table, which is
I was looking forward to maybe somebody getting that, but oh well, next time.
Yeah, this isn't going to be the only time we play this.
Nope. We're at least have one more session into us after we get done with tonight. Let's see. Whew. So everyone's got their characters ready. Has anyone come up with their names? Give me your names for these characters.
Jaleesa.
ASH 4000.
ASH 4000. I wonder what that's in reference to. How about you, Mahogany?
Jaleesa, the Jaguar woman.
Jaleesa, the Jaguar woman.
Mm-hmm.
Or as the British say it, Jaguar.
That was funny.
Jaguar.
Oh, okay. So tell us, what's your Death Priest name there, Franks?
Maledictus Infernium.
Okay.
The Death Maledictus Infernium. I'm still working on a voice. I'm workshopping it. Just throw my whole process off. Usually I start with the voice and then work backwards.
Okay. Is your character like 14?
Yes.
And Tucker,
Little
what'd you call
child
it the
of
name?
Pompadour.
My name is Barnold Agablasted.
What?
Barnold Agablasted.
Barnold.
My last name is the longest word I know how to spell.
Could you spell that for us, please?
AGGABLASTERD.
He does indeed know how to spell it. Let's just check it.
Does know how to. Yep, I wrote it down.
I almost had it. I was only off by 1 letter.
Was it the extra G?
No, it was the extra R. The R at the end for the D.
Blaster turd.
Blastard. Yeah.
You gotta really enunciate that last R to make it.
I think I'm gonna change my name. I'm just Blast Herd, the Death Priest.
Blast turd.
No, I like Maledictus Infernium.
Yeah. The Prince of Sorrow.
He shops at Hot Topic every day.
I'm a death priest, goddammit. I gotta look the part. You know how expensive it is to find a Hot Topic in this day and age?
Somebody posted Sharnold Arzenager. Sharnold.
Hey there, Brian Smith. I talk to him all the time in Todd's stream chat.
Oh, that's
so.
great.
Nice.
What's up, Brian?
Welcome.
Yeah,
I like Sharnold. Yeah.
Me
Also
too.
reminds me of a fabric softener.
Soft and cuddly Sharnold.
You want your leather sling bikini to look good as mine? You should buy Sharnold.
Sharnold is the name of my banana hammock.
Oh, no.
Your two refreshing scents, lavender and blood of your enemies.
Coppery.
So dumb.
Why not? Why not?
Oh.
So that's the official name change?
No, I'm sticking with Barnold.
Arnold, yeah.
I don't know.
Mega Blaster.
Sharnold's good. So is Sharnold.
I
That's
got
your
you.
twin brother. That's
I
your twin
got you.
brother if this guy
Charlotte.
dies.
His name is Sharnold Barnold.
Sure. That's his middle name. Barnold Sharnold Agablast.
Yeah, I
Bar-
watched it.
Barnold Sharnold. Blaster.
God, yes.
Arnold.
Doing great.
Anyway.
Intelligence 8.
You're as
remem-
smart as I am, quick of foot.
Here's a question for you, given the rules. I know Frakes doesn't have to worry about this because he's a death priest, but how many people's intelligence is over 13? There's 13. You are not literate.
Hey.
So my name is the only thing I know how to spell, and I don't know if it's right.
Basically,
I
yeah.
speak the language of the wind. You don't have to know. You don't have to know how to spell that.
Wait, your intelligence has to be what to read?
13.
Really? That's kind of
Yeah.
high in this game, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, well,
So most people
Oh,
in this
it's a
world can't
ruined
read.
earth.
Yeah.
like, oh wait, no, robots
We're-
might get it.
I was gonna
let me double
say,
check.
like, we're in Idiocracy future.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
well, books,
Most people.
I'm
Most
sure
people
books
don't
didn't
read.
survive.
They don't have electrolytes.
It's
They don't need
It's what books
crazy.
crave.
Yeah.
what plants crave. Brondo.
Go away, Peyton. Oh,
Oh, I hate how prophetic that movie was.
it was so accurate.
Yeah.
You see how big Costco's are already? Jesus Christ.
There are 573 entrances for upgrade.
Don't matter if he's
No,
dead, he's still gonna want his money.
So this is Thundar the Barbarian, Mad Max, and now Idiocracy. I'm on
Yo.
Why not? You know, that's usually how I play these kind of post-apocalyptic scenarios anyway, so.
Yeah.
That's why I went for the most edgiest, stupid name possible.
Maledictus Infernium.
That laugh made my back hurt. Is that a problem?
Yes.
She
Means
got
it's
a
healthy.
doctor issues. We've been doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah. I'm fat.
Oh yeah, I guess I have too then.
Uh,
I was gonna brag about the size of my balls, but no.
No.
Okay. All right, so everyone's basically got their. Oh, did you two roll for your starting cash? If you want to grab some
Oh.
gear,
What's your? How do you? What's in?
a D10 times 10.
Yeah.
So funny. I know this is a one shot. I know that we're not going to play this game again with these characters afterwards. And I'm
Bullshit.
like, oh, I need to save my 100 ceramic.
You never know.
No, this is the final boss. I need to save my potions. It's the final boss.
Oh shit.
Let's save these potions.
60.
All right.
So is that everybody gets that? I didn't see it on my.
Yeah, it's
Here.
toward it's like the very last part of the character creation section. Buying
80.
equipment. All right. The equipment area, incidentally, is on page 59.
59.
You'll notice that weapons aren't listed. Incidentally, weapons aren't listed with damage, like at all. Your class sets the damage for your weapon. So if you go back to your class section, it will give you like a little description of what your weapons do.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to
yeah.
ask. So it's 1d8 damage, 1d. So it's a d8 if I use any weapon, and a
Yeah.
d6 if I punch somebody or use like a chair leg or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
The thing I have not been able to find, using a two-handed weapon does more damage, but I can't find out how much more damage. I haven't been able to like
Just
suss that out yet.
more. Just more. Just more.
Yeah, just more. Figure it out, bud.
Oh no, that's a detail plus. Oh yeah, plus 4. Okay, never mind. That's right. So D8 and D6 if it's improvised. What is that? What does improvised mean? That means
Punching, kicking, biting.
word.
Table
That's what
leg.
is that what my claws do also?
I think they function as weapons, don't they?
I think so because I'm not unarmed.
Yeah.
So D8 across the board, basically.
Yeah, but if you were to lob a rock at somebody, that's the kind of damage.
Okay. What if I were to kick?
Kick. Hold on.
Oh, I chose a
Same
short
damage.
bow
Okay.
and a mace, and it says that I want my mace to be made of bones, the bones of my
Okay.
enemies.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Feels authentic.
Have y'all seen the strange weaponized animals?
Did you say
I want
animals
a
or
weaponized
animals?
animal.
There's a lot of interesting stuff in this book, and we're probably not going to cover it.
Yeah. The first one is acid squids.
Acid squids.
There's a lot of great stuff in here. I'm not gonna lie. Like I kind of want to port it onto other games.
God,
Like
this is
Sleeping
so good.
iguana gun.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like because some of this stuff was like 5,000, so it's like this. There's rules in here for playing this game for a lot longer than level 1.
Yeah. It's like it goes up to level 9 or 10, I believe, in general. But that's just from its Black Hack roots, I believe. Like Black Hack cuts off at 10th level, and most of the monsters, are like built for that, toward that upper end. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I got a question. I want to buy extra repair kits because I don't heal normally. I have to use a robot repair kit.
Right.
Where would I don't see that listed anywhere.
Thieves' tools, maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably the same kind of item as a healing salve, so probably 75 ceramics, much like healing salve, just to make things fair.
Aw.
Okay.
I don't
Other
have
than
enough
that-
for much of anything.
Yeah. It's first level. That's the tragedy of first level.
So how many items can you normally carry?
Your carrying capacity. Gosh, hold on, go back.
Because the backpack gives you an extra 5 is the only reason I'm asking.
Yeah. Carrying capacity. Core mechanics. Ooh. Oh no. How did I gloss over that?
Oh no.
No.
Maybe I'm writing down too much stuff then.
Okay.
I'll just get a backpack. Riveting.
Okay, I found out how much two-handed weapons do. That you add +2 to any die rolled with them. So they're harder to wield, which means if you're attacking with them, you add +2. But you also add +2 to damage.
Oh, okay.
With our starting stuff, do I get to decide if any of that's two-handed?
I believe it says what it is in the starting thing.
Because I saw where a spear, you could throw it. I'm assuming a short sword. I went with short bow and spear and spike club. I was hoping the spike club would be two-handed, but I'm not sure.
I'm going to say you could probably just switch up, much like you can in other games where you can choose to use a one-handed weapon, two-handed weapon, two-handed.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can swing a baseball bat with one or two hands, just depends.
Like this
on
book
my
is fun.
goal.
The system is neat. But it's organized in a you need to read through this whole thing kind of way.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no glossary in the back, which is, endemic in a lot of indie games, but what are you going to do? They only have so much capital to print with and so many pages they can reasonably put in things.
Well, there's a number of things about this game I got excited about, and it started when the artwork was the first thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I got excited today because Frank said in the Discord before we got started, I need to remember to bring paper to this. And that took me back to like as a kid. Yeah, I'm writing a character sheet on paper.
Yeah.
Like just on notebook paper. And it reminds me of like when we couldn't afford to go buy all these RPGs, so we would come up with our own little stupid rules and play games over the weekend. And a lot of that, I think, comes from this, and it hits that nerdy nostalgia thing in my head. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to just having fun and it being dumb.
All right.
My name is Barnold Sharnold Agablaster, so I'm really hoping I set the tone for why I'm here.
Heck yeah.
Let's take a quick break and then we can start the game proper.
Sounds like a plan.
Do something about this hair.
Messages.
I'll be right back.
What is spell scraps? Well, it's also a bit of... That giggle is the last words he'll ever speak, as his character promptly dies. This first 4-part episode coming soon.
Close the door. Why does it have an especially leaky crotch? Ugh.
The crew of Homebrew to try this will...
The dog is dead.
Play a game called Merc Morgue. Their characters will be randomly generated.
Since I can't move, I reject humanity and become monk.
The monsters will be randomly generated.
8 damage.
I'm dead. New character.
Damage.
And afterwards it all gets turned into a stupid cartoon.
I'm the best around. No one's gonna. I'm the best around.
Animated by me. Can't draw hands. Look at these. Anywho, enjoy. Spell scraps coming soon.
Hey guys, my name is Blake. My mom, she told me about like these particular type of people out there that believe fashion is supposed to be like understated. Clean lines, precise stitching, modest cuts, and like when it comes to their jewelry, like there's never anything too flashy. Only like perfect clarity and like highest quality like matter to that particular type of person. But like for all the rest of us, yeah, she said that you should try this stuff called big fake jewelry. Like, whatever this stuff lacks for in class, it's like totally made up for by its size. Nothing is supposed to be like too big for this collection. Like, they've got these super chunky fool's gold plated anklets. Like, they got toe rings that like spell things. I saw some that spelled out dude. Whoa. 2 chains is 2 chains? They got replicas by the 2-pack. Like 4 chains. Wow. Like they have this coating. It's like Bling Blitz. It makes sure that like your shine never stops, dude. So like yeah, big fake jewelry. You should like get you some. Or like at least that's what my mom said. Yeah.
Hello, friends. Have you or a loved one recently passed away, but are so tired of all the boring, tear-stained memorial services? Sick of awkward silences at the wake, with relatives you barely know eating cold broccoli casserole and macaroni? Is standing somberly dressed in black while a coffin is lowered into the cold, cold ground with only the rain to hide your tears becoming a drag? Then come on down to Dr. Wizzo's Clown Funeral Home and Bounce Castle Emporium. Hi there, I'm Wizzo Thompson. I have a BA in Mortuary Sciences, a doctorate in Jocularity Arts, and a certificate in Bounce Castle Technologies, and I want to put the fun back in funeral. Come mourn with a smile in our state-of-the-art Bounce Castle Chapel. Take a last look at the dearly departed in our ball pit viewing room. Was the deceased a youngster? No problem. Our fun coffins depicting non-copyrighted cartoon characters come in junior sizes too. You'll laugh as our all-clown pallbearer crew do hilarious coffin-carrying pratfalls. Watch in astonishment as we cram the casket, the pallbearers, the gravediggers, 20 bouquets of squirting flowers, 53 folding chairs, the next of kin, and a poorly trained dancing bear we call Reverend Bitey, and our fun-colored microhearse to go to the graveside service. Distinguished military career? We got you covered with our patented 21 cream pie salute. Finally, send your loved one down a deep dark hole in our loop-de-loop interment twisty slide. What's that? Want to cremate instead? Then you'll love our Insto Blammo corpse cannon. We'll blast your loved one's mortal remains into a fine white ash before your very eyes. I'm Dr. Wizzo, and I think that if life's a joke, then death should be one too. Call today!
Hey there, you. Yeah, you. I see what you're doing there with that egg. Trying to get it to condensate faster than it would on its own. You're tired of waiting on it to sweat, because you need that sweat. You need egg sweat immediately. Why? Well, you know why. But maybe our viewers don't. What if I told you there was an easier way to get egg sweat? You'd be interested in that, wouldn't you? Of course you would. We've hired the best and hairiest of scientists to get on the egg sweat technology. They handcraft each bottle of egg sweat themselves. But what do you use egg sweat for? Why is it so god-dang delicious looking? Well, let's ask some people and see what they have to say.
Thanks to egg sweat, my penis has never been so soft.
My feet were never drier until I started using egg sweat. Now they're as soft as can be. Thanks, egg sweat.
Oh hey, I really like the egg sweat. Keeps my hair. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
You're coming out, right? No, you come out. Oh wait, do I need to come in?
Hey.
Hey, we're back.
Ooh, scooted right underneath the nipples.
Yeah, we almost showed Noob's nipples to people, which nobody wants to see.
So close.
That's close.
Why do you even have Noob's nipples on?
That's a fantastic question.
Whose bright idea was this?
That I don't know. Tucker and Dude made that video. I was not home.
It was a weird day, and I had a blast.
Oh, egg sweat.
If you would like to see Noob's nipples, just look up Egg Sweat, the Egg Sweat episode. That commercial is in there in its entirety. There are noob nipples. I also spray myself with a bidet after pouring egg sweat into the I love our old commercials.
Oh,
You spray yourself with a bidet.
You know, Dave Mills goes 21 cream pie salute. That was from the Dr. Wizzo's clown.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I wrote in that commercial.
That was good stuff.
I don't remember you actually writing it down. I thought that was all just riffing.
Oh, it was not off the cuff. Like it took me like an hour to fucking, like I just scratched out jokes that wouldn't work, because here's how I write. I write something I think would be funny, then I try to say it, and if I can't say it, I change the jokes.
Is it because you can't say it because you're laughing too hard at your own joke?
No, because like some things are just tongue twisters, like just words that follow other words, kind of just fucked my brain up a little bit. So I gotta like do a little editing and crossing out, moving things around.
Word.
I'm also bad at memorizing scripts.
If you're listening to this in audio format later, Noob's nipples can be seen on our YouTube channel.
If you want to inflict that on yourself.
If you want to go look at Noob's nipples.
Don't look at Noob's nipples.
Nipples.
You can never come back from that.
I feel like I spent most of my ceramic on alcohol. A backpack full of liquor.
You never know. It come in handy.
It fits for a cougar. I mean, jaguar.
Oh.
Let's see what you did there.
You're an older adventurer, but experienced.
No.
Yeah, I mean, even with 80, what is it, ceramic? I was in the same boat. I was like, I guess I'll just get a backpack and fill it with booze.
Yeah, I got booze and ropes. Down for a good time.
That band's also playing at the Tin Roof tomorrow night.
Oh god. Okay. All right. So let's get going.
I thought we were.
No. I mean, on the actual adventure part of the adventure.
Okay, so the blowgun ammo, that's just a D10, just like all other arrows and darts and bolts.
All ammo, D10 usage die.
Got it.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right. Jalissa's ready to party. Let's hit it.
All right. So, our group of adventurers who know each other through reasons. I don't know. What? Toker, why is your party adventuring together? Barnold.
A ghost came to Barnold Sharnold Agablasted and told me of great treasure and the companions who would help me to reach the great treasure. Instead of finding these great companions, I just found these three in a bar and told them my story, and they all agreed to come at the price of lots of liquor and mead.
Well, I mean, I was the one who sent the ghost.
Exactly.
I need a little help.
And you, Jalisa, the Jaguar woman. I don't know if am I supposed to say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback?
Yes, exactly like
okay.
that. Exactly
Okay.
like that.
Quick,
So-
Jalisa, the Jaguar woman, help me!
Well, I mean, they always say Ukla the Mach.
Right.
So Jalisa, the Jaguar woman, heard that she spent 59 of her 60 ceramic on mostly booze. So she's just looking to see where she can get some more ceramic to buy some more booze. Let's hit it.
How about you, ASH? 4K.
I am simply wandering the wastelands. I came upon this group that asking for help and figured why not. I had spent most of my ceramics on a second repair kit because normal healing does not help me being a machine. So I have two repair kits, excuse me.
All right.
So,
Okay, so after joining Barnold, Maledictus, Jalisa, and Ash, you are guided by his somewhat blurry and vague visions up into the upcountry, into the mountains. You've passed through a number of small villages here in the green and shattered wilds. The last village you were at tells you that the next village that you would get to would probably be best for finding out information. There is an old shaman there that can give you sound advice on where to uncover ancient treasures. But there's a lot of suspicious rumors about the old shaman. They tell you to watch out when you get there. But on your way, moving through the forest, you hear odd sounds coming from the path ahead. Somebody give me a wisdom check.
What's the roll? What's the D20 for that?
Yeah, D20, roll under wisdom.
I rolled
it.
team.
Ooh, I got 2.
I rolled it too.
All right. You two hear what sounds like arguing and also crying. There seems to be a good many people up ahead, but not all of them are in a good state. These sounds are filtering through the trees, echoing back towards you, warning you of trouble ahead. What do you do?
I inform the rest of the party that this is what's happening. Cat ears twitching.
Okay.
Can I use my knowledge of the dead for this hour?
Okay.
To roll an intelligence test to see what I can intuit from just the noises once they point them out.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I do that. I himiny high, himiny hey, himiny hallelujah. 4 under 10. No, 4 under 14.
All right.
Advantage is advantage, right?
Yeah, you rolled 2 die and
take the better.
take the lowest. In this
Take
case.
the lowest. Well, that's not going to be confusing at all.
You're fine. Just flip everything you know about everything. You'll be good. Except for damage. That you want to do high on that. But anyway,
Right.
you reach out to the spirits and you hear whispers. They tell you that there is a great disturbance up ahead. The local spirits are angry. Something has troubled them. There are people in danger.
There's a whole lot of people in danger ahead. I think we should go around.
I don't trust the tiny man. We should go investigate.
Yeah, nonsense. I say we head straight for it. If
Right.
there's danger, there's an opportunity to pound something.
All right. Well, Barnold and Jaleesa the Jaguar Woman move ahead, heedless of potential
If you want
danger.
to say her full name, you should call me Barnold Sharnold Aga Blasted.
All right, fine. Let me write Sharnold in.
Aga Blasted.
Sharnold, arrow into between Agar Blastard and Barnold. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Like I got a flow chart for saying your name. Okay. All right, so Barnold, Sharnold, Aga Blaster, and Jaleesa the Jaguar Woman dart into the forest ahead of you guys.
Well, come on, Ash. Let's go see what trouble these two are going to get us in today.
Affirmative.
When you arrive, you two burst out of the foliage. You come across a clearing where you see there are a number of almost man-sized rats wearing pink robes. And they are bickering with each other right next to a cage filled with captive humans. They are speaking in the language of rats, so you don't really understand what they're saying, but they seem to be like having some sort of like argument over which way to go. When the people in the cages see you burst through, they say, "Oh, help, 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 oh, help us." There are 12 of these pink-robed rat creatures.
How many? 12?
12 of them.
Word.
Stroke the tooth of my father, and I think lunch.
Okay, all right. Rats.
She says that you can see the leather expand where my nipples are as they get hard and ready for battle.
All right, nipple hardens, communing with the spirits of your father. Are we roll? This is initiative rolling. Everyone seems to be a little shocked by your arrival.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's
All right.
murder some rats.
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah. That way you guys can have a chance of getting there.
Initiative is another one where you want to be low, right?
Yeah, initiative works in the opposite direction in this game.
Well, I rolled pretty
Okay.
good. I rolled a 7. Not too
Alright.
shabby.
Let's
7.
see. Same D20. We roll initiative with a D20.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled the 17.
I also rolled a 7.
What?
Trying to be like me?
I rolled a 7.
All of y'all.
Oh,
Hey, that's
geez.
3 sevens. That's a jackpot.
8 of the rat folks explode because of our awesome initiative rolls.
We just step out. Awesome!
All right, so I'm gonna let you two, Barnold, Sharnold, Aga Blaster, and Jaleesa the Jaguar Woman. This is gonna get annoying. Decide who goes first. Since you're already lagging behind, you're just go last out of the 3. Okay.
I'd like to go
That makes
first.
sense.
And
After you, lady.
I'm gonna find a giant rock, and I'm gonna use my once per hour impossibly strong, and find
All
a
right.
giant rock, and just throw it right into the pile of rats.
Okay. Luckily for you, you're in the foothills of the mountains, so you grab one of the enormous boulders that seems to be just lying literally everywhere, and lob it across the clearing. Let's
I'm
see.
using it as an attack, so I rolled a 6 under 15.
All right. Cool. Roll a d6 for me.
Alrighty then. 6.
6. All right, and your damage.
This is 2d10 since I did the impossibly strong. I just gotta find another d10. I'm just kind of talking until I find another d10. Hey, wait, that's another. Yep, there we go. 13.
13. All right. You lob your rock across the clearing and smash 6 of these rats flat. Blood, gore, splatters everywhere. The strange 6-legged beast they were used to pulling the cart full of captives rears up and lets out a terrified whinny and then slowly begins to plod forward in terror. The rest of the rats, let's see. Okay. They are shocked by this turn of events. So let's put you here, Jaleesa. The Jaguar. Your go, Barnold, Charnold, Aggerblaster.
You can just say Barnold Charnold if it helps the flow of this.
It won't.
Barnold Charnold grabs his great spike club in 2 hands and he does his once per day battle shout. Like Xena, warrior princess from my tribe. He charges down, banana hammock flying, magically keeping everything in place. And because I battle shouted, I'm assuming that once per combat, the barbarian can let out a mighty shout, which is what I just did. Fills their heart with confidence. Their next strength or dexterity test is considered automatic success. So I'm thinking my cleave into these rat folks is an automatic success.
Strength,
yeah. A strength test? I didn't know if
yeah,
it was...
roll your damage.
All right, so my auto hit, and I normally do a D8, but I'm two-handed it, so it was D8 plus 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. 3.
Yay!
You slash into the after your just heartening shout, you charge across the clearing, slashing into one, sending him flying backwards, slamming into the slowly moving cart. He slides down, leaving a trail of black blood on the wood, and then is crushed under the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Other 7. Maledictus Infernium. You show up seeing already 7 dead, pink-robed ratmen.
And
also,
how many are
a
left?
slowly moving cart.
How many are left?
5.
Let's see. 5.
Ah, okay. Maledictus steps out. You have incurred the wrath of Maledictus Infernium. Terrify!
Okay.
And I cast Terrify. The Death Priest channels the wrath of the dead, using the power of their words to cause an unsettling fear in their enemies in a nearby area. I'm assuming this is a nearby area.
It is.
The Death Priest must successfully test their charisma for each group of creatures they are attempting to rattle, adding the creature's HD to the roll.
All right, so it's 5 of them left. You're looking for a...
Well, I have a 14 charisma.
Oh, wait, no.
I rolled a 12.
The creatures... Let's see. I think that means the group's individual HD from the sound of it. So it'd be +1.
Oh, so you made it.
13 under 14.
All right.
Nice.
Creatures that
Okay.
are terrified by the Death Priest must spend all of their movement and convert actions to movement to move away from the Death Priest for 2d4 hours. Rounds. Sorry, rounds.
Hours.
After being
It's
terrified.
good power.
So
Yeah, I was
combat's
about to
over.
My lunch!
All right.
You scared away my lunch!
You got 7 of them. All right. So yes, since it's the rat people's turn, they flee in terror at the awe-inspiring might of Maledictus Infernium. Also, 7 of their dead comrades. Doesn't hurt.
Run away!
they
Ash, light them up!
They move to not so nearby distance.
I love the distances.
Ash, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run for the horse pulling the cart and calm it.
All right.
Stop it.
Okay, give me a. Let's see. What are you trying to leap on its back, or just trying to grab it by the reins as it goes? Like,
Grab the reins.
all right. Well, then give me.
More calming than a combat robot charging up the horse.
Calm yourself.
Calm down, calm down.
Clank, clank, clank. Still your movement, metal creature.
All right, give me a.
Flesh bags.
Give me a. What are you trying to do to calm it down? Are you trying to soothe it or just stop it?
Stop it.
All right, give me a strength test.
Okay, strength test.
Cut its legs out with its chainsaw hands.
I rolled an 8 under a 12.
All right, cool. You're able to like pull on the thing's reins until it, like, while it's not necessarily calm, it's not going anywhere.
That's what I care about.
Okay. In the clearing, you see the people inside the cart, the big wooden carts. Their faces are just glowing with happiness. Oh, thank you, strangers. Please don't be slavers.
Your luck. We're not slavers.
Okay.
We will sell you to slavers for more.
That makes you a slaver, doesn't it?
No.
We
They're
are
too
not.
scrawny to eat, so we're just gonna let them go.
All right.
Fare thee
Our
well.
services, however, are not free.
Yeah, that'll be. What do you got in your pockets there?
Yeah. What does it have in its pockets?
Okay. They, after you free them, the villagers, about 10 in all, mostly women and youngsters. Thank you profusely for letting them go. They tell you they're from the village of Eusto. And their village was recently raided by not one but 2 sorcerers and their cults.
Sorcerers!
They seem to be warring over the territory, and they've taken a lot of the rest of the village captive. They figured you're looking at the crew here inside the wagon, and you're guessing that they aren't like the strongest or the smartest or the most capable people. They look like they were probably on their way to be taken to, say, the mess.
They were gonna be lunch.
Yeah, they were going to be someone else's lunch, yes.
Gross.
They tell you the rat creatures serve the Lord of Neon.
Ooh.
Too bright. Not a fan.
But the other army is just as repulsive and horrible.
And who do they serve?
They serve Tooth Gnasher.
Red.
His name is unimpressive. You can say it really fast. You can say that name really fast. It's unimpressive.
Tooth Gnasher.
Is that how they determine the impressiveness of names in your culture? How difficult they are to say?
I am one of the longest named people from my culture.
Who are you, great brave hero who have saved us?
Arnold, Agablasted.
See, now you had to say it. I didn't have.
Yeah, I don't mind saying it. It's my name. I love it.
I believe I shouted my name as I came into view, but I am still Maledictus Infernium, Death Priest.
Oh, they're like, oh gosh, we don't have any money.
That is a shame.
But they beseech you, if you be heroes for true, could you help them free their kin who were taken captive by these 2 warring factions?
Heroes is a strong word, but yes, I'm down.
One of them casually mentions, they're probably the two sorcerers are probably there for our vaults, of course.
Vaults, you say?
Oh yes, our village is the gateway to a sacred, an ancient vault.
Lead with that, man. Lead.
Only our wise man, our shaman, is allowed access to it, but he went missing right before the attack.
Is this the same shaman we were going to see?
It sounds from the description, yes. They call him the Saint of Keys.
Could he read?
Hmm?
Could he read words on
I
parchment?
think so. He certainly appeared to. I couldn't confirm because I can't read.
Most can't. It is a skill that is.
This is a skill that requires high stat rolls.
I cannot read.
I don't trust people that can read. She looks over.
She's right.
Yes. Either they can or they are very skillful charlatans.
Words is how wizards put curses in your brain.
That is true.
This is true. This is true. Everyone
That's
knows
100% accurate.
Well,
they tell you that the Saint of Keys is likely hiding out. If they find him, it will be a great disaster. Our vaults hold many ancient and powerful weapons. That is probably the reason, says the guy from before, that the sorcerers are at our doors.
we must beat Tooth Gnasher and the Neon Lord to the Saint of Keys. I fucking love this game.
It's like, I want to smash up some neon signs. Let's hit it.
Right. Yes, incidentally, the robes the rats wear are incredibly bright pink. They're just eye-searing.
I made the right choice.
Did they have anything else on their bodies?
Let's see. Let me do a little...
Oh, let me move this boulder for you.
Much like every game, I loot the corpse.
Looting the corpses. All right.
Can we fit in those robes?
Yeah, they most of you can. They'll be tight. On many of you, like the rats are only as big as, say, you said you're short, right?
A 14-year-old child?
I am. I'm sure.
Barnold, Sharnold, Hagerblaster. So yes, the rats are actually about the size of Barnold, like about 5'2"
Yeah, I wouldn't fit in the robes, but I don't care.
Okay.
We'll just tie strips of it to you. He's in disguise.
What? Cover up that lofty hat and trench coat the robot's already wearing?
Yeah. See?
All right. You see a random assortment of objects on them. A set of thieves' tools, a handheld mirror, and 2 more packs of ammunition for bolts, arrows, or darts, or for arrows. Excuse me. They didn't even have a chance to draw their weapons.
I was going to turn my hand into a chainsaw and drop a tree on their ass, but you chased them all off before I could.
Should have saved that description for later.
No, you know.
Now it's over.
I apologize that my aura of fertility is just too magnanimous. For
I don't think fertility is a word.
I don't know. I can read.
Neither can he.
And I did not use magnanimous correctly at all. But these guys are dum-dums. They don't know.
This is completely non-cromulent. I gotta be honest with you. There's also 2 backpacks amongst them. If you're looking for an extra carrying capacity. So
I don't have a backpack yet, so I'll pick one up.
All right, you look like a robot going to kindergarten now.
The rules were unclear. I bought 4 backpacks so that I could carry 20 extra things.
Now you can sell some of those back to the trader.
Yes. Incidentally, all the gear that the rat creatures are carrying is very also colorful. Like in modern terms, it looks like kids-oriented kind of things. Like the backpacks are pink or bright blue or red. There are faded, flaking characters on them, but you really can't tell what they were. But you can tell just by the general shapes of the flaking paint on them. They were probably whimsical.
How would
never mind. I don't want one of those backpacks.
I'm curious as to how they kept the colors so bright.
Good question. All right. But yes, the villagers give you directions to their village if you're willing to offer help. Or if you're not willing to offer help, they're just spitballing here. Yeah, it's that way. If you're, heading that way, we're not. We're going to find a place to hide till all this blows over.
Let's head that way.
Yes.
All right.
Fare thee well, you truly brave specimens of your village.
Uh-huh. We don't have any money, they say as they disappear.
Fireball.
Okay.
I don't have that spell.
Oh, don't get my hopes up.
All right.
I'm gonna waste my last spell of the day on spite.
using the directions they gave you. Someone take the lead and try to navigate the woods for me with a wisdom check.
I'll do
Your
that.
directions were yonder.
That is a 12 under 14.
All right. Okay. Jaleesa, the Jaguar woman, takes the lead, sniffing, ears twitching, heading in the direction that you're going. Eventually, you come to a clearing from the trees, and before you, it's a large valley. And basically, the valley sweeps down where you can see a mostly burned out village at the bottom, and then up again towards a trio of mountains. On either side of the village, you see two encampments. It's easy to tell which one is the Neon Lord's encampment because you can see lots of bright pink specks of movement. You see a lot of blaring multicolored lights. Like it looks like even their fire pits are giving off green, blue, yellow, and pink lights.
They're having a rave.
These guys think they're so fancy. Let's smash them.
Before we smash, do you mind if we just wait an hour to see if I can get that spell back?
How long did it take us to get there?
It took about an hour of travel.
How do we do a luck roll? Let's use my recharge ability.
Okay.
What's a luck roll?
I don't know.
Just roll a d20. If you're lucky, you get it back.
No, I think it's smaller.
Oh boy.
Luck was like a 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't work, so I'm thinking it's like a D6 or something.
Yeah, Dave has the right over there. They live in the Barbie merch warehouse. But
Yeah.
Behind, nearby the campment of gaudy pink stuff, there is a building that seems to be on struts. It is painted like, how do I describe Pee-wee's Playhouse in terms that a barbarian could understand? It is an eyesore.
I was right about the luck roll.
Yeah, I was just about to say I pulled up luck roll. I could read it out for all of the.
Yeah, let's hear it.
If there's something that needs an outcome that cannot be solved by a stat test, simply roll 1d6. If the result is 1 through 3, it's bad luck for the players. If the result is 4 through 6, the situation favors the players. So, luck roll. Got a 5. I got my spell back.
Yeah.
Yay!
Going into this fully cocked and loaded.
You said cocked.
Cack.
Yes, words can mean more than just one thing.
But this one means penis, so shut up.
Does not compute.
But hovering above this tacky building on struts is a huge balloon, just sort of filled. Not so that it will levitate the building just yet, but you're guessing that this building will probably fly if enough heat is applied to the air within.
And
On
this is on the Neon Gang.
yeah, on
side.
the Lord of Neon's side. On the opposite side, you see a very it looks like it. You strain to call it an encampment. It looks like just a bunch of hills of dirt, except for at the very rear of it there is a huge stone head on 4 stone legs that is squatting down, hunching. The head itself has weird insectile features, like mandibles, like carved compound eyes. This thing is about 50 feet tall, and it's just squatting there over this field of dirt mounds that occasionally you'll see a wisp of smoke coming out of the top of it.
That does not bode well.
The 2 factions displayed for you. However, you do see something else. On the opposite side of the village, toward the mountains, there is a path leading up, and you can see that there are barriers set up along the path so that the individual armies can like move down along the sides of the path, sniping at each other. And at the end of the path, there's an enormous metal door carved or just set into the mountainside. Let's see.
What I wouldn't give for a few fire squirrels or an exploding hedgehog right now. Perhaps
right.
even a sleeping iguana gun.
You hear a whisper from above you. Hey, psst, psst. Not that. You don't hear that.
I heard, but we heard it.
We looked up.
All right. When you look up, you see a bit of movement in the foliage of the trees, and you hear a light jangling sound. An aged voice cracks down at you. You're not with the sorcerers, are you?
Ash, light him up!
Identify yourself.
They call me the Saint of Keys.
Oh, how fortuitous.
We were looking for you.
We are not with the sorcerers. We just freed your villagers, by the way.
Oh, I doubt that. They're mostly down there in the remnants of the village. They've been using them as test subjects.
We freed
Are
the ones
full
the
of women and children.
Oh my goodness, thank you. They're the future, you know, the children. But anyway, a figure drops out of the trees, and you see an old man with a long beard, deeply tanned skin, all wrinkled up, bald head, and he's wearing a vest with a fringe of keys, old keys. He's carrying a staff that has lots of keys on old chains hanging down from it. And you can see he's got wristbands, earrings. You'd swear that his uvula was pierced with a keychain in the back when he opens his mouth. He is a very strange looking old fellow, and he says, I hope you aren't here to buy anything. I'm not, the shop's closed.
How did you get away from them without giving away your position with every breath?
He's the old man from Ninja Scroll. The guy that has all the jangly shit on him, but he still sneaks around all over the place.
True, yeah.
He leans forward and says, I took my clothes off and put them in a bag, dummy.
That's very wise, very wise.
He master.
Smart.
Yeah, Dave.
But he says, that door has many ancient protections on it. Magical spells that demand access codes and passwords.
Passwords.
They are very deadly. The 2 sorcerers are currently in a truce while they throw my poor villagers in front of them, making them attempt to use their guesses. It won't be too long before they eventually kill everyone. There's no way they'll guess these passwords.
This password.
Password is always password or admin.
No, they tried that already.
Did they add 1, 2, 3 after?
Shh. How do you know these secrets?
It's the kind of code an idiot uses on his luggage.
Hey, that's the code for my luggage.
He says, no, not even I know the passwords. What I do know, of course, is the back entrance, which they do not know about.
So if we can get to the back entrance, then we can come through the front doors, guns blazing, yes?
Yes, there are many powerful weapons within. And I need those front doors open. Once those doors are opened again, the two sorcerers will start killing one another again to get at the goods. And then my villagers, my poor villagers, can escape in the chaos. It was a good place. There were many wonderful things, fantastic things inside there. Things from ages lost to memory. But I can't have my old damn village dying because of it. So let the sorcerers have it for all I care. I need to get that door open.
All right. I am willing to help you.
Good. He takes the staff with all the keys on it and thrusts it in your hand. He's like, you can have this. One or two of these unlock many of the treasures, vaults inside. There are many individual vaults in there, and they all have different things in them.
So what am I looking at here? Mace? Club?
It's a staff.
Okay.
Stick. The excuse me, sorry.
Key stick.
The old man says, I'm too weak and frail to take on this.
I agree.
to take on this mission on my own.
The robot has no filter.
I have many filters. Oil filters, air intake filters.
Christ on a bike, Kevin.
So 2 filters.
Fish tank filters. The old man says, I would be a dead man in a matter of minutes if I progressed too far within the compound. But
Just in the compound.
You adventurers, you look like a hardy stock. And so, if you value the lives of others, and if you want to enrich yourself in a rather spectacular way,
No and yes.
Please take on this mission of aid for my beautiful villagers down there, innocent people who are dying. In the distance, you hear a loud scream as you see a laser blast emanate from the metal doors in the mountainside, striking something on the ground there. The old man winces. That was our local blacksmith. I recognize that scream anywhere.
Well, then we must put a move on, yes?
Yes, I will lead you there. And indeed, he does. You guys travel for the better part of a day around the valley, over the hills, onto the mountainside, between 2 of the 3 mountains that are nearby each other, just edging your way along the rocks in the high wind. You can tell that he's navigated this place before. Many times, and he's pretty sure-footed. The rest of you have a little bit more difficulty, particularly if you're made of metal. As there are
a dexterity of 7.
Or if you have a dexterity of 7. Well, there's no real climbing involved, just a lot of walking, until finally he dips down a crack. in the path. His withered old arm sticks out and says, "This way, hurry." Whenever you follow him, are you following him? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Charnold,
All right.
Jaguar woman.
Yes.
All right. Whenever you follow him down in there, he points to a darkened passage. Says, "Do you have any torches?"
I have
Yes,
several.
I have several.
You'll need them when you get there, or until you get there. The back entrance password when it asks you. He leans forward and says, "It goes against my entire life to tell anyone this.
Think of your villagers' lives that are dying currently.
Yes. Yes.
It is for their good." Just now I heard another voice join the spirit choir in the gray limbo beyond.
All right, don't push it, kid." He takes a deep breath and says, "The password is a series of numbers. Memorize them. They are 1, 2,
1, 2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6.
Enter."
I don't know that number. Enter.
Oh, it's a word. Jaguar
Is
woman.
it?
Yes, enter is a word.
I don't like your tone.
I'm being.
I don't like
I'm
his
trying
face.
to. I'm trying to be respectful by addressing you by your full name. I am not trying to be smart, Alecky. I know it comes across that way because I am a child who speaks like an adult.
What is your name? What is your name, creature?
I am Maledictus Infernum, Death
thank you.
Priest.
No, I don't have any money.
Everybody says that to him.
He says, "Now go, please, save my village. You're my only hope."
Yes, the more that die, the more I hear. It's truly a burden. Okay, here we go.
So I want to be the last to head off.
Okay.
And I get real close to the keymaster. And I say, "Get in here close. Get in here close and talk to me.
The old
So,
man leans forward.
When our body odors, our musk mingle, only truths can be spoken. It is of my tribe.
Okay.
Inside this, you speak of great treasure. Would there perhaps be a chainmail bikini for me?"
There are treasures beyond even that. Your imagination is unlimited.
Thank you.
This place stored all the wealth of the ancient days.
But probably a chainmail bikini, that is what I'm really looking for.
Well, look hard. You'll probably find one. I'll just tell you that.
Thank you so much. I light my torch and walk away.
Okay. The old man rubs a tear out of his eyes and thinks, "Man, my allergies are acting up." But he also thinks, "God, I hope these guys don't fuck it up." Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. Next time we play, we'll get to the meat of this adventure as we get on to the proper title of this one is called Storage Wars.
Nice. Maledictus Infernum!
Yay!
Barnold, Sharnold, Agablaster will be back next week.
Not
All right,
next.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Somebody want to do the outro, or do you already stop?
No,
No,
go
I'll
ahead.
do it.
Outro us. Give us a. You're so good at these links and like
Yeah.
advertising these. Go ahead.
This has been the first episode of RPG Revolver, where we played Barbarians of the Ruined Earth. If you enjoyed this, please visit our website at homebrewdetritus.com. Find many of our other shows. You can also find cartoons and whatnots on our YouTube page. And if you're a big fan and want to support the show, you can find us on Patreon And if you're listening to us on any listening device and there's an option to like or subscribe, please do so. And be sure to tell all of your nerdy friends about us, your virtual nerdy friends, and so that they listen to us do nerdy shit like this.
And Dave wants to know where to order a ham wallet.
They're special ordered through Noob's Nipples.
Yeah, you gotta give Noob's address.
Yeah, just start giving out Noob's address.
Kill the stream before we do on them.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody. Guys. Bye.